Welcome to Star Marks, everybody. We are a very funny podcast out of the Central Valley of California. I'm Andrew. That's Dusty.
Hey.
Follow us on all the stuff at Snark Marks Pod on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Snark Mark. I'm at Andrew Idell on Instagram. God damn it! I thought I was going to nail it this time. I'm a professional broadcaster.
Yeah.
I'm at Andrew Idell on Instagram. Dusty is at Snark Mark D on Twitter and also on Instagram, but he'll never post ever in his life.
Maybe I will. You'll have to check it out.
Yeah, he's got cats.
How's that? Yeah, I've got a big fat cat. I could put her on Instagram.
If you have a cat, especially a fat cat,
yeah,
you are like, it's like I've told you before. If you're fat, you're halfway to funny.
Yeah.
If you have a fat cat, you're halfway to being an influencer.
That's true. I could really use the side money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Use Storm, my adorable, precious Storm cat, to get that side money.
Oh, dude, yeah, that reminds me. Rest in peace to Mr. Piffles. Do you watch? Have you ever seen Mr.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Piff the Magic Dragon?
Yeah, that dude's funny. I like his
funny,
act.
very funny comedy magician. Very good magician, but very funny guy. And he had a little doggy named Mr. Piffles that was his assistant, and Mr. Piffles died. But he cloned Mr. Piffles. I don't know if I believe him.
That's interesting. I don't. Do you think the clone? Well, the clone Mr. Piffles doesn't have the memories of the old.
He's got to retrain this motherfucker. But what if the new one sucks at magic?
That would be very funny.
He doesn't get it, man.
Yeah, he thinks magic is lame. Oh
yeah.
no!
Oh no! I gotta clone the clone.
Yeah, I gotta double back. How many clones before I get back to a dog that likes magic? Bring out the clouds.
Bring out the clouds. Also, by the way, rest in peace to Ben, Kirk Herbstreit's dog. I don't know if you've seen this.
Oh no!
Do you know Kirk Herbstreit, the football
know the
analyst
announcer.
guy?
Yeah.
He had a dog that he would always take to like games, and like if they showed, sometimes they show like the pulled away the wide shot of the guys in the booth.
Yeah.
His dog would be laying asleep on the ground next to him every time, and it was a golden retriever named Ben. Oh. Sweetest looking dog of all time. Yeah. Everybody loved him. He passed away of cancer. He was 10, and we'll miss you, Ben.
Do you think the dog likes going on the road trips? Probably. Right?
Probably, dude. Because certain dogs love just meeting people, and Ben seemed like he was super comfortable. Like there's hella montages online. If you want to cry, dude, watch a Ben montage. Watch a Ben-tage.
Dude, I keep getting there's a I don't know, like a website or some influencer thing called the Dodo. Have you seen these? It's like videos of pets. And it's like, this cat was abandoned on the street and this guy found it and the cat was mean to him at first. But now cat lives in the house and every time. Isn't it beautiful, man? Yeah.
Waterworks. I saw one where like this guy.
I bet this cat is mean at first, but I bet he finds love,
Dude, there's this guy who finds dogs in like Thailand. He's like I don't know where he's from. He's like a white dude in Thailand, and he finds dogs. Like he found one in a monastery, or no, a temple, like a Buddhist temple, and somebody had just dumped the dog off, and it was like downstairs, and it was fucked up, dude. It was this big ass dog, and it was like help me, fuck, but it didn't like people. Obviously, it's afraid,
right?
And like. He makes all these videos because he finds all these dogs, and it always starts off the dog didn't want anything to do with me, and it was dirty, and it was missing an eye, and its butthole had worms coming out of it, and like all this stuff.
Right.
And then you get to see, he posts updates like every 3 days, and I'm like, man, I gotta find out what's happening with Slappy.
Right.
And then the big reveal, the dog like healthy and running. I'm like, yeah, he did it. Slappy's back.
You couldn't imagine he would, but he did. Yeah. It's I mean, they do them for all these animals. There's like an otter that somebody found, and now the otter's hella happy. Just a little bit of something good, It's interspersed between all the terrible things that I read all day long.
Oh man,
it's the worst things possible.
It's a deluge, isn't it? What was that squirrel's name?
Oh, I don't remember the squirrel.
Rest in peace to the squirrel, Peanut
the Squirrel. Yeah.
Rest in peace. They shouldn't have killed that squirrel, dog.
No. I mean, I don't know that you should have a squirrel as a pet, but they shouldn't kill your squirrel.
They grandfather that shit in. If they're like, I think this guy's got a squirrel, and then they go over and the squirrel's wearing a hat,
Right. Yeah. That's
You let him keep that squirrel. You know, if it's one of those things like in water polo, like my coach told me, if the ref doesn't see it, it's not a foul. And they said that it was in the rule book, which I doubt it's in the rule book. If I have a knife under the water, you know, but
the other team just seems to be sinking to the bottom. It's so strange.
There's a bunch of red stuff in the water.
Yeah.
But if you get a squirrel and they don't catch you, right?
Yeah.
And they come and that squirrel is well fed and enjoying himself. They interview the squirrel, and the squirrel's like, "No, dude, this is dope. Like, what am I gonna do? Go out there?
What are you talking about? I'm inside. I get all the acorns I want. Why would I want to be out there?" Yeah.
By the way, they also apparently killed his raccoon.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, we've been on record. I'm not a raccoonman.
Yeah.
But yeah, they shouldn't kill your raccoon.
What? Why are we only focusing on the squirrel? Like, what was this? Was this raccoon ugly?
I've seen murals that are the raccoon and the squirrel together.
I'd like to think they're up there together. You know?
Yeah. It is an interesting thing because alternative pets are, as we've talked about on this podcast,
annoying. Yeah,
not into it.
They're annoying
for me. And I don't know how much the squirrel or the raccoon can truly love you back.
It seemed like Peanut loved the fuck out of this guy, dude.
Right, but
they were homeboys.
Your move should definitely like not be, even if the squirrel's not stoked about it or whatever.
We're gonna raid them and kill this squirrel.
Yeah, raid them and kill the squirrel is definitely not on the list of objectives that I would be okay with.
No,
catch and release the squirrel. If that's the way it goes.
They said they couldn't do that because he doesn't know his squirreling ways.
Right. It's like in Free Willy where they're like his little fin is like bent over so he can't be out with the other whales.
They see that squirrel, they see that fin, they know that's not a street whale, you know.
Yeah,
and
they know that guy's gone soft. He's been institutionalized.
You send Peanut out there with his little hat, he won't take his hat off.
He thinks he's king of the squirrels now.
He's got a little suitcase standing on the street corner, and you're like, well, bye, Peanut. I can't have you anymore. Peanut's got to get a job and like figure his way out through life. Like, no, you let him keep the squirrel. Like if they said that they had to test the squirrel for rabies, apparently, but you have to kill the squirrel to test it for rabies.
That's the real downside to rabies, yeah.
And it's like, okay, so. We're not killing the squirrel you find in the trash. We're not testing them for rabies. You're testing house squirrel that doesn't interact with other squirrels.
It hasn't bit anyone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever told this story on the podcast. I used to have a dog, my favorite dog of all time, Lucy.
Oh, Lucy was the best.
The best dog there ever was.
She's up there in the sky with diamonds right now.
Oh, man, she was the best. So half beagle, half basset hound, big long ears hanging down, looked like the dog from Fox and the Hound.
Sad eyes.
Just sad eyes, but she was great. I lived in the country out in the sticks for a while.
Yeah.
And I had kind of a redneck neighbor. And one day my neighbor knocks on my door and he's like, "Hey, a couple days ago, I found a dead skunk." And I'm like, "Okay, great."
Sick.
Yeah, super cool. And he was like, "Well, you know."
You go up for a high five.
Yeah. It's like, well, oftentimes skunks are like a big carrier for rabies. And I couldn't tell if it got killed by one of the dogs or if it just died or what happened with it. And I was like, "Okay." He was like, "So I don't know, like I threw the skunk away, but you might want to, quarantine your dog or whatever." And I was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean a couple days ago? I've been letting this dog lick my face for 2 days while there could be rabies afoot. And I'm stupid. I'm a stupid man in many ways.
Yeah.
And so I thought that a rabies vaccine lasted forever for some reason. Well, like once it's a one and done.
I don't think that makes you stupid. Like I would have guessed. I actually know a little bit about rabies. I went on a weird Wikipedia rabbit hole at some point, but I don't think that's a stupid thing. Yeah, you're stupid for a lot of other reasons. But
sure, yeah. I'm not discounting the other reasons.
Yeah.
But turns out Lucy's rabies vaccine had expired. And
oh fuck.
Well, and I was also like, well, rabies, that probably sucks, but whatever. Then I did a little reading. No,
Mm-mm.
dead as shit.
No.
Turns out.
Yeah, they've never had they don't know of a living being, from what I remember, that started showing symptoms of rabies and didn't die.
Yeah, once you got it, well, the problem is it's much like Ebola. Once you've got it to the degree that they can tell you got it, you're screwed.
You're fucked, and
Yeah,
it makes you hydrophobic. Did you know that? It makes you afraid of water.
yeah, that's why dogs froth at the mouth because they can't drink anything.
I've seen there's videos of like humans,
Oh no.
and like they give them a glass of water and they're holding it up and their hand is shaking like this because they're terrified of it. It
That's
literally, not only does it just make, I thought hydrophobic would be like, it's like
well,
you just
yeah,
don't want water or something like that. But no, they are literally afraid of water.
yeah.
That's such a weird way that your brain can break.
Well, and that it's particular to this virus. I don't know why does water kill rabies? Because why would it create that particular thing? You know,
Maybe the aliens from Signs had rabies. Maybe that was the
maybe.
thing.
So, I had a friend who worked at like a vet clinic. So I call her and I'm like, "What do I do here?" And she's like, "Well, if you call the animal control,
They'll
they're gonna
come
want
kill her,
right."
and you're
They're
fine.
like, since the vaccine expired and they can't prove that your dog killed this skunk, they're gonna quarantine your dog for like 75 days,
It's a
and
long time.
then you have to pay for it while it's in quarantine. And I was like, well, that's not really on the table. So,
Well, a shotgun costs $60
yeah,
at
yeah,
Walmart.
yeah. So I just like tied her on a leash to a tree outside for like a week, and I would just go over there every day and just kind of check the vibes. Yeah, yeah. How you feeling?
Yeah.
Kind of mad, kind of okay. And then she was fine. Turned out fine, you know. So I don't know if that skunk had rabies or not, but it was the one rabies related scare I've ever had. I don't think there's been a confirmed case in California of rabies in like 70 years or something like that.
I just looked up what percentage of skunks have rabies. While exposures to rabid skunks are not very common in the U.S., when they occur, under 20% of skunks that expose people or pets have rabies. That's a weird sentence. That's from the CDC.
It might be like you don't encounter them a lot, but the ones you encounter, 20% of them have rabies.
There's a 18.3% decrease from 2020 over in 2023, which is good.
Hell yeah, yeah.
We're beating rabies. I saw a video one time of an elderly woman. Nah, I don't think she was elderly. I think she was like, if I remember right, she was like maybe late 40s, early 50s.
Okay.
And she's just walking on a sidewalk, and a fox, because it was like the headline was like, woman bit by rabid fox caught on camera.
Yeah. Obviously, you click that.
I'm clicking that.
I'm clicking it. I'm sending it around.
And it's just this woman walking down the street, and this fox comes around the corner, and it's not like sprinting. The fox is like, like the horse, like the show horse trot.
Yeah.
Like doing one of those, like a brisk trot
Yeah.
to the lady, and the lady turns around, and the fox, like a movie, dude, jumps up on her arm, and she's swinging it around.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's
It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Well, because they say like if you see a fox during the day, or you see like maybe even skunks during the day, like that's bad. That means there's probably something wrong with them because that's not their normal behavior, and they get dehydrated and they're like out and about, and that's like a not a clear indication, but generally that's an early sign that it might have rabies or whatever. But yeah, like the fact you can't test for rabies on something unless you kill the thing that has rabies, flaw in the system.
Yeah, and you just go kill that guy's mouse with a hat on. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
If just like foxes, if you see me awake before like 8:30, and I'm not doing something for my girlfriend,
yeah, or the radio, something's off. Yeah,
put a needle in my arm. I've got something.
something has not gone to plan.
Yeah.
Thing that has gone to plan, Andrew. We like to talk about the fast food industry on this podcast.
Ooh. I love fast food talk, bro.
I think we might have gone too far as a society.
Oh, okay. I was like, us? No.
No. We've got a lot. The line is close, but we're not over the line
Yeah.
yet. But as a society,
sometimes our episodes are too long.
yeah.
But...
They've started nostalgia for fast food. Have you seen the fast food throwback?
Oh, you're talking about like the Bell beef, like the Bell beefer and shit coming back, or is it like
Taco Bell?
Is it like, hey, remember this?
No, that's what it is. Taco Bell has done an entire throwback menu.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull it up right now
to celebrate like 60 years of Taco Bell. What year do you think Taco Bell started?
Well, you just said 60 years, so 1964.
1962.
I would have guessed later, for the record, had you not said 60 years.
It's possible that John F. Kennedy ate a bean and cheese burrito.
Dude, you know how freaking excited my dad is going to be when he sees these things are coming back.
Dude, think about JFK. It was a bean and cheese burrito when he ate it, because he's the commander in chief.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah.
After 1960, after that year, it was a brain and cheese burrito. You know what I mean?
One particular day in Dallas, a brain and cheese burrito.
Oh, they're not bringing back the Bell beefer. My dad is gonna shoot up a Taco Bell.
Yeah, the 60s.
This is gonna be the final straw for Ricky.
That's over the line. They
did a whole throwback. They didn't bring back the Bell beefer.
In the 60s menu item, they're bringing back tostada. That's how bland the Taco Bell menu used to be. America's tastes were so homogenous that they were like, a tostada is going to blow people's minds. Dude.
Listen, I love tostadas.
No, I'm saying they're great, but think about 1962 in, middle America.
There was probably picketing outside of the Taco Bell.
Who among us has ever had a tostada?
Taco Bell got too ethnic.
It's one of the first 6 menu items. Crispy corn tostada, refried beans, red sauce, crispy lettuce, shredded cheese. Beautiful.
Sure. Yeah, let's do it. I'm not a lettuce guy, but
Right. You do need, I think that's one of the key ingredients. The 70s green sauce burrito. I had this the other day.
Oh, you've tried this?
I've tried the green sauce burrito. I never had it, obviously. If they discontinued it. That's fine. I don't think it was anything to write home about.
I like a green sauce.
I am also a fan of the green sauce. Give me chili verde sauce. Anytime that I've ordered Mexican food from a place and had it delivered, and there's a little thing of green sauce in there that I didn't know was in there, always stoked.
Oh yeah, you want to drive back and fist bump the guy.
Yeah. This guy knows what I'm talking about. Leave that really red, gross tasting sauce away from me and just give me another green sauce.
I always get red when they ask, do you want red and green sauce? I go, can I have both? And then they give me both, and then I end up just using the green sauce for the most part.
Well, there's
and then I discovered that they did not leave cilantro off of my burrito because they never do.
Yeah. That's well, there's 2 red sauces. I like the sweet red sauce. And I like green sauce. I don't like the bitter tasting red sauce.
I like them both. I just like myself a green sauce.
Yeah.
Like big green sauce guy. Salsa verde.
Here's the one, the Mexi Melt, dude.
Did you try it?
Oh man.
You did it.
What a time. It's got 3 cheeses, dude. That's the amount of cheeses that I want.
It's a Goldilocks zone of cheeses. You go 4 cheeses, you're getting a little wild. You're going a little cavalier on me.
They got matzo cheese. They got the cheddar cheese, and then they're bringing in that Monterey Jack. Only thing that can make this better would be my beloved pepper jack cheese.
Is this a burrito?
It's kind of it's melted on a seasoned beef tortilla. It's kind of a burrito that just has all that sauce on it.
I'm trying to find one.
Dude, it's fucking good. Like, it looks like a mess. It tastes so good. I don't know why they ever got rid of it. Like, that should be a permanent menu item.
See, I'm seeing a lot of. This looks like a soft taco. It's like a soft taco.
Uh, no, I don't. I mean, I guess maybe, but it's
Does it look
supposed
like
to
this?
be.
I'm gonna share my screen. This is important.
Yeah, this is the work has to be done. Okay, maybe that is it. I don't know.
You ate it and
That's
you
it.
don't remember what it looked like? Tasted that good?
No, I thought it was some other thing. Maybe I thought it was an enchilada.
Enchiladas are fucking good.
Right. So the Mexican,
Enchiladas are
yeah.
unbelievable.
Maybe I ate that and thought it was one of the different items. They're all kind
Well,
of the same item. That's the ultimate point of this.
Enchiladas is basically
Like a red sauce burrito.
It's basically an enchilada.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So I got them confused. I was like, man, this taco is very good that I'm having, but I didn't think it was the Mexi Melt. Thought the Mexi Melt was something else.
Oh, okay.
So, because I got the box.
It comes with an enchilada?
No, it comes with the like
The green sauce burrito and the Mexi Melt?
Yeah, and I might have conflated my items. So, but today
You're a mess.
here's the look. They all kind of taste the same.
It is true.
But
It's true.
the one that they're really selling is the Gordita Supreme. Gordita Supreme is back from the 90s. And I had that today.
I like those gorditas.
I think I prefer a chalupa.
No, I like chalupas.
Yeah, chalupa's the crunchy. Yeah. Gordita's the soft guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the gordita was fine. It's not crazy. Like, it's not crazy delicious or anything.
They have your 3 cheeses on it.
Yeah, but it's not melted. I need it melted.
Yeah.
I like my dry cheese is not what I'm after. Dry flaky cheese does not appeal to me.
Ooh, I just saw what the last one is.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, it's back.
For the 2000s, causing diabetes everywhere. The caramel apple empanada.
I can't believe they got rid of these.
Give me 20,
things.
dude. I will
boy,
eat so many empanadas.
They are, and this was what I thought an empanada was. Like, I didn't realize that this is American monstrosity that we have going on.
Yeah.
The caramel apple empanada is unbelievable. Looks like a homemade one. But it is top shelf horseshit. There it is. That's
Bad
the caramel empanada.
Yeah, dude.
It is top shelf American horseshit fast food dessert, but it is as good as it gets for fast food dessert. The caramel empanada. When I used to smoke weed, Dusty, oh boy, I'll eat 4 of those, and then I'll just cry with a stomachache all day the next day.
But it won't matter. The bliss that you felt for that brief amount of time. Now, where do you feel that the McDonald's apple pie sits in relation to that? Because McDonald's apple pie pretty good.
I would say caramel apple empanada is S tier.
Okay.
And A tier is the McDonald's apple pie. 1A, 1B.
I'll tell you who has a sneaky good apple pie. Popeyes.
Man, you're just a Popeyes guy, dude.
If I could find my Popeyes hat, I'd put it on right now. But that they sent me. I'm low key part of the Popeyes lobby.
You're part of the rewards program.
Yeah, I've been bought by Big Popeye to bring it up.
If I get another chicken sandwich, this thing says I get a hat.
Dude, if they had a loyalty card, I'd be in trouble.
Yeah,
because I did have to admit the amount of Popeyes that I've eaten.
You would have like a mini fridge behind you.
Yeah, or like the dudes. Did you ever do Kool Aid points? Do you know about Kool Aid points?
I remember like that phrase.
Yeah,
but I never did them. No.
Oh man, I got a Kool Aid points punching bag. I was so excited. It was like a little punching bag, like the speed,
like a speed bag,
like the speed bag. Yeah.
Kool-Aid. What did you have to attach it to?
I don't know, a plank. in the hovel that I lived in. I don't know.
Yeah. It shook the foundation of the shack
Yeah.
that you were at.
I took my best. I took it to my best.
Plank.
I took it to my best climbing tree and hung it off the side.
Man, I didn't know the word hovel.
Yeah, down by the creek.
That's a good one, man.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I
don't know, man, a plank. You had your mom hold it up.
Yeah. So, hey man, he's ragging on your cord.
Dude, there was a guy who used to. There was an outdoor speed bag. You know you're poor when you got an outdoor speed bag, right? There was an outdoor speed bag.
Rain or shine, dude. I gotta get the.
That's the thing.
Get the reps in.
Outdoor speed bag in the alley of right next to our radio station. My radio station's in a really bad neighborhood. There was a homeless man the other day digging through the planter in front of our building, not finding anything because, hey, it's a planter.
No, he definitely in 1978 stored some weed in there.
That's probably what it was. Yeah. And he had a giant knife in his hand. Like Michael Myers chef's knife, like huge knife in his hand. And then he walks up to our building, and there's a FedEx slip there because apparently I missed a delivery. And he takes it off and starts knocking on our door like he's going to be Mr. Good Samaritan with a giant knife in his hand. And so I didn't answer the door, obviously. No. And then he just walked away with the FedEx slip.
He's going to the store, dude. He's going to whatever nice chair you were going to have delivered to your radio station.
I guess this is my shit, dude.
Yeah, that belongs to him now. He's got a knife. So
he also had you know what happens when what your ankle looks like in the middle of rolling it, like when your foot is sideways.
Yeah,
his foot was just like that.
Did you run into the penguin?
Dude, this guy was a mess. He was a mess. When he was, I'm on the phone because when I'm on the phone, I pace. I walk all over the place to different places.
Sure, you're doing deals.
Yeah, and very big deals. And I walk into the conference room of our station. And there's these vertical windows, and I'm at mid-sentence, and I'm like, yeah, oh my God, there is a guy outside with a giant knife in his hand. I have to go.
I said Aerosmith plays third. Oh God.
Yeah. So his pants he was on his hands and knees, and the belt line of his pants were on his knees. His pants were almost gone.
Yeah.
He got up, didn't put his knife down.
No, he can't, dude. Whatever he put in that planter, he lost. He has to hang on to that knife.
As soon as he lets go of that knife, another homeless man's going to yoink. What's he going to do, outrun him?
Yeah.
And then, he just hobbled down the street.
Brotherhood of the traveling knife.
I called our boss, and she was like, call the cops. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to do that. Because I was busy. It was going to take a long time.
Sure. Whoever he stabs that's over there, not my problem.
Listen, you get stabbed by hobbles, then homeless McHobble.
Hobbles the homicidal hobo.
Yeah. Hobbles the hobo would have been
Yeah.
That's your fault. You don't get near that guy not knowing he has a knife.
Sure. That's
they had that coming.
I was thinking
he's not sneaking up on you because he's probably going ow every time he takes a step with his left foot.
Oh God, Jesus! Oh Jesus!
Oh my foot! Oh God! Oh.
No, I'm fine. I learned to walk on the stump. It's cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking. So there were Kool Aid points. Of course, I had my Kool Aid speed bag. But did you ever see anybody that had cool cigarette merch? Because they used to have Marlboro points too.
Well, I saw cigarette merch for sure. I mean, I have a Marlboro hat. It's not sitting next to me, but I have a pretty cool corduroy Marlboro hat because I'm a hipster.
Yeah, but they're dude, you used to be able to, if you smoked enough, you could get a leather jacket.
Dude, those jackets were so sick.
Yeah, worth the lung cancer? Who knows? But
it's close.
Yeah. It's definitely a dealer's choice. Imagine the amount of smokes that you would have to inhale. Dude.
I would wear this jacket to the prom, Dusty.
Many a dude did, and to visitation with their son on the weekend.
That is true. That is such a rad jacket.
Dude.
Like this one's cool.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's pretty dope. It's like more modern. Like I think people nowadays would like it. But I mean, the old kind of gaudy stuff is in.
Yeah.
But I mean, that one looks kind of dirty, but that jacket is sick.
Yeah. And the fact that dude, that's the race car one. That's the one I like.
So sick.
The fact that you could earn that by poisoning your body. Like the dude, they get it in the mail and they're like, someone's finally done it. Christ almighty, we have to send out the Marlboro jacket.
They keep trying to say babe, like, hey babe, but they keep coughing. Babe!
It comes with a thing so you can attach your oxygen tank while you're wearing it. Because you're never taking that off. Oh dude, that guy plays pool every night.
Oh yeah.
That's his thing.
Who did that guy vote for? Let's talk about that. Let's hold on. Let me. That one's sick.
It's actually very progressive down ballot. Surprising. The
fiscally conservative, but surprisingly social issues.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I just and imagine like.
I don't want to fucking send me exclusive offers. I'm trying to see how much this jacket costs.
How odd it is that there was a time where it's like a dude who smokes that much is also being meticulous enough to cut out the points that are on the back and then keep track of how many he has. That's like a vision board before there's a vision board. By the end of the year, I'm getting this goddamn jacket. Oh,
that one's a Marlboro Miles jacket. It's just a denim jacket.
Yeah, dude. That's the one I want because that's like the optimal wrestling shirt is a shirt that I know is a wrestling shirt, but someone else might just think is a cool shirt.
Dude, what is going on with all these fucking? I'm just giving my computer aids clicking on all these, trying to see how much these jackets are. But that one didn't have the. I need the logo, dog.
Oh, okay. You want it out front.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the cool part about it. I'm rugged, Dusty. I have an edge. I have an edge to me.
I earned this with my body.
Yeah.
Through physical labor, I've earned this boss-ass jacket that is definitely the envy of everyone else in my in the billiards.
Yeah,
club.
It would be like, Andrew, he's lanky. He likes to sing. He's got a cat, but he lives alone with a cat. But there's something about him.
Yeah. Something that points to a more rugged America of a bygone era. Something about some kind of frontiersman spirit.
Here he comes. What is that I hear? Well, I'm proud to be an American.
I think is it.
I know I'm free.
Are there spurs a jingling? Is that what I'm hearing?
Does he have spurs on his Reeboks?
Yeah. No, I want what you get is and I'll proudly stand up.
Tell me that's not Boss, dude.
No, the greatest symbol placement in history.
And listen, I know the Orange Devil has stolen that song from us. I understand that. Okay. Yeah. Let's not pretend. Have you ever been drinking with your friends and start singing that song? I know, Dusty, I know you haven't. But
yeah.
Oh boy, joy in everybody's eyes.
Because I don't have friends? Is that what you're saying?
No, because you're a communist detractor. You know what I mean? You're a draft dodging. You probably want a national divorce right now. Right, I understand.
Right. Yeah,
I'm a goddamn patriot, Dusty.
I want universal basic income for everyone.
Yeah, because you're. Never mind.
All right. So back in the day, for 75 points, you could get a Kool Aid smile cap. How's that grab you?
Like a hat? It's a hat?
It's a hat with the Kool Aid smile.
God, I don't like it when people say cap. Cool. Did they call it a cap or did you call it a cap?
They called it a cap.
Thank you. Yep. So glad it wasn't you. I'm trying to find is it this? No, that can't be it. That one's got a third eye on it.
Hell yeah, dude. That's subliminal marketing from the good people at Kool Aid.
The Kool Aid really cares about the pineal gland.
Actually, You get extra points if you send the Kool Aid points in the Fibonacci sequence. They're super into that.
I'm seeing some smile caps. I
sent you a Google image that has the prizes on it, so you can see what I'm seeing. Ooh, for 100 points, you get a Yomega Fireball yo-yo, dude.
Dude, I was a yo-yoing fool when I was a kid.
Of course you were.
I could walk the dog. I knew the pendulum one. I can't remember what it was called.
Rock the Cradle.
Rock the Cradle?
Yeah.
Might have been Rock the Cradle. Yeah. Those are the two that I knew. Well, I knew Around the World. Fucking.
There was like a brief.
How many times I hit myself in the forehead with a fucking yo-yo?
There was a brief moment where a bunch of the kids from my church that were homeschooled, different kids' families, they all suddenly got super into expensive yo-yos.
Oh yeah.
Like what were they? The Bumblebee yo-yos or whatever. And they would bring
Butterfly,
yeah.
I had one of those.
And they would bring all of them to church, and like for 2 weeks, it was like, let me show you all the shit I can do on this thing, dude. You think yo-yos are just up down? No.
Yeah. No.
And I was like, I'm uncool for liking wrestling, and yet the yo-yo.
Dude, the yo-yo took over the world for a little bit.
Yeah, but then guess what?
If you're a yo-yoer now.
But guess what? We were right on the precipice of the Attitude Era, baby. It was about to be Dusty's time to shine. Yo-yos gone away. Everyone starts doing the suck it at church. I already know what's happening.
It was the I have 2 words for you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. You're redeemed.
You're redeemed. Be healed.
and then the missionary does the Stone Cold Stunner to the guy, and he walks, and the glass breaks, and he walks out.
They do one of those like shitty it's church plays.
Yeah.
And Satan's getting hit in the forehead with a steel chair.
We did have one where they did like a wrestling themed church thing, and I got to let them borrow my WWF The Music Volume 4 for the Undertaker's theme song, and I took a bump.
The Redeemer's elbow.
Yeah.
Were you so excited because you got to take a bump in public for once?
I got to take a bump, yeah, but how'd
you sell?
Pretty good. Well, I also sold pretty well because it hurt like shit because they didn't. They just built a plywood fake ring, so it didn't have any of the shit that makes it easy to land on for wrestling.
Yeah.
And so I took. There was only one bump in the match between the Devil's team and God's team, and I got to take that bump.
Were you on the devil? You're on the Devil's team?
No, I was on the Lord's team. I got bushwhacked by the devil on the outside.
What was the move?
I believe I was being distracted by the temptations of the world, and then I turned around right into a clothesline.
Would you say that, Dusty? Would you say that you were in the Lord's army?
I was.
Song?
Here's some things that you might not ever see from me. All right, I may never walk in the infantry,
or fly in the cavalry,
or shoot the artillery. All right, I may never fly over the enemy, but I'll tell you this much for sure.
Yeah,
I'm in the Lord's army. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Look, that is for a very small yet distinct part
they're gonna be excited about that.
Yeah, whoever that is, that's for you.
You guys are welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that I was being I was trying to be virtuous, and yet I was distracted by vice. And whilst being distracted by vice, got bamboozled by a clothesline from the devil.
A tale as old as time.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You know. And then I took my bump, and I was like, like, oh no.
I've been exercised.
All right, you can get the Kool Aid sports bottle for 50 points.
Okay.
How's that grab you?
I feel like I want the cap. No, I never wear the cap. What am I talking about?
You can get what's the big prize on here? Remote control car that I'm sure works for 10 minutes for 150 points.
Oh, people are so stoked about that obviously shitty remote control car.
You could get a Bop It for 500 points.
Bop Its are dope.
Not even like a Kool Aid themed Bop It, just a straight up Bop It. Do you think economically the amount of Kool Aid you'd have to drink to get 500 points is less than the cost of a Bop It?
Nah, dog. Of course not. But I get 1% back on all my credit card purchases. It's the same shit.
Yeah, you're actually coming out ahead if you do the math.
Yeah, it's just a discount.
All right, 2,500 Kool Aid points.
That's a lot of Kool Aid points.
Should you be?
How many Kool Aid points did you get per like?
I believe 1.
Hell yeah,
dude. One or 2, I think. So 2,500 packs of Kool Aid.
Yeah.
Will get you the Nintendo Game Boy and Super Mario Brothers Deluxe game. Not that you could play it, because
you get the Game Boy and the game.
You get the Game Boy and the game.
Yeah, you won't be able to play it because your fingers have been cut off due to the diabetes.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay, so 2,500 points, assuming that you get 1 point per Kool Aid pack, right?
Yeah.
So
I bet there was a thing where like you might get 10 points.
Right. By 12 months.
No, Dusty's struggling with the math.
Well, I'm trying to figure out if this is right.
Let's watch Dusty do this.
No. Why don't you try it? How would you do the math?
What are you trying to do?
Trying to figure out how much Kool Aid you'd have to buy in a year.
Oh shit!
Like per month.
Well, you would have to do 2,500 divided by 12.
Yeah, but
what is that? The podcast didn't pause, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Dusty's just trying to do math.
Shut up.
You have a calculator in your hand, Dusty.
I do have a calculator in my hand, but I have 25 divided by 12 is 8.3.
Because that's 25 divided by 12.
No,
we're doing
2,500.
208.3.
What am I doing?
No, you did 25. Or no, not even 25. I don't know what you did, dog. But it's 208.3.
2,500 divided by 12.
I can't see that shit, dog.
That's proof.
But the 208.3 packs of Gatorade in a month.
Wait, how much?
208.33333 repeating.
So divide that by 4. 208 divided by 4.
Why are we dividing it by 4?
Because there's 4 weeks in a month. So per week.
Oh, okay. So we're doing per week.
How much Kool Aid?
52 a week.
Okay. That is an impossible amount of Kool Aid. So maybe they were worth like 2 points, or if you bought a pack, maybe you got a 10-pointer or something. Like, or maybe you have to really, really think about your long-term goals.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a long game. I mean, you know what would do it is what I would do is, it's because schools back then might have been able to do it. You do just to give Kool Aid to kids. So you just you as a school buy a fuck ton of Kool Aid for like 2 years, and then you got a Game Boy to give somebody.
Yeah,
the smartest kid in school gets a Game Boy and ruins all of his academic achievements for the foreseeable future.
Having to do my screen wasn't over far enough. That's what happened. Okay.
I was wondering because you're just missing the 2 and the O.
Yeah, I was like, that math seems bad. So anyway,
I forgive you now.
Okay, thank you. That was like whenever they used to do the fundraisers at our school, and they'd be like, who could sell the most cookie dough? If you're in the top 3 of the cookie dough, you get some horseshit prize. And it's like, come on, man. We know who's going to win this thing. My mom's not going to take this to her job and bother the people she works with. And then you're essentially giving my mom an assignment, because she's I'm going to get the cookie dough, and she's going to have to take the cookie dough to all these people that ordered it now. She doesn't want to do that.
I did that one time. I went door to door trying to, and I can't even remember why or what it was for or any of that. But I did it once.
Yeah.
Now, They let me in, scholarships. You know what I mean?
Right. Andrew Idell is available.
Yeah, they did.
You went into the transfer window.
I was like, I'm never doing that again. I'm so glad I'm not a Mormon. For only that reason. And
we used to do that for church. We'd ask people if we could have their cans to recycle them. We go door to door.
Can we have your cans?
Well, I was like,
if I turn in 50 of these bags, I get $6.
Yeah. We're trying to go to youth camp. Can we please have your recycling if you have any? Or we'll gladly accept a donation in lieu of cans. Worst.
Please.
Come on.
Please.
God
damn it.
I am this close to being taken over by the vices of this world. I have a very particular illustration if you'd like to see it on Sunday morning. It's very theatrical. Speaking of theatrics,
come to Revival Mania.
Yeah, have you heard of Kurt Franklin? He's very important to this event.
If you would have broken your back in that clothesline, you could have just went to Benny Hinn.
That's true. Yeah.
Whipped you with his jacket, and you would have been right back.
If I would have believed enough, and also had some.
That
money,
is true,
probably.
And I also had some money. Yes.
Yeah. So
which you did not.
Yeah, no, I did not. Definitely not. Speaking of things that might not be legit, Mike Tyson is fighting tomorrow.
Yeah,
Andrew. He's fighting Jake Paul.
Yeah, this comes out after that.
Yes, for the record. But I think it'll still be in the news, probably to some degree.
Yeah, when we do this, I run the risk of looking real stupid, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a farce. It shouldn't happen. He's 58 years old. He's probably, it's Sunday right now. He could have knocked Jake Paul's lights out. But it's very likely that he got beat. Either Jake Paul took it easy on him and they sparred for a while and stole everybody's money and ran for the hills.
Yeah.
Or Jake Paul shuts out the lights of a 58-year-old legend on Netflix.
Yeah, here's the thing, and I guess for Jake Paul the answer is probably a boatload of money, but I don't see a win in this for Jake Paul PR wise. If he beats Mike Tyson is old.
Yeah.
And also kind of crazy and probably shouldn't be allowed to fight.
Well, I'll remind you this.
Okay.
Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather.
Sure.
Floyd Mayweather did not try in that fight.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather won a close decision in that fight.
Right.
Logan Paul tells everybody that he beat Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, but everybody who's somebody knows that that's not Floyd Mayweather. That's not knocking out 50. Look, I don't at any age want to try to fight Mike Tyson. I think that's probably
no. He would fuck. He would. I would be on the ground, fully pooped pants.
Yeah.
If I fought Mike Tyson for 15 seconds, and I'm strong and tough.
Right.
I've got an edge to me.
And I used to practice on the Kool Aid speed bag.
You had a speed bag.
Even I would not want to take on Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
For Jake Paul to take a victory lap and be like, oh yeah, I beat Mike Tyson. Everybody knows that if he were fighting Mike Tyson, 19-year-old Mike Tyson, he would kill Jake Paul.
Even 45-year-old Mike Tyson.
Sure. Even Mike Tyson that fought Lennox Lewis. Sure.
I'll tell you this, Dustin. This might resonate with you.
Okay.
In wrestling, a very good way to build up a heel is to have them beat a babyface badly when that babyface has been compromised in some way.
Okay. Yeah.
Jake Paul makes money off of people wanting to see Jake Paul lose.
Yes.
Beating up a 58-year-old Mike Tyson on Netflix.
Yeah.
While walking to the ring, probably with the multi-million-dollar ear guards that he bought recently. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
He
That's
bought diamond-studded ear guards,
okay.
which it's funny.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. And he bought a $7 million watch too, by the way. But he, after doing that, knocking out Mike Tyson and standing up on the ropes and raising his hands and stuff like that, people want to see that guy die.
Yeah. I
No,
suppose
I agree with you.
I'm looking at it foolishly from the perspective of a person who cares about what people might think about me. So, and also would not lie because I'm not a wrestling heel. So, I
Yeah.
suppose that's the. So, I there's other.
God, I just hope Mike shuts his lights out, but he probably won't.
Do you think there's an incentive for Mike Tyson to because he says he's taking it very seriously? The money's the same if he beats Jake Paul or not. Do you think that there's a motivation for Mike Tyson to try really hard against Jake Paul?
At his age, if he doesn't train hard for this fight, it's going to be very ugly unless Jake has told him, "Hey, I'm taking it easy on you." So he has to, because at his age, if he wanted to run a half marathon, he should train really hard first. If I wanted to run a half marathon, I'm 34. I would have to train really hard, right? Yeah. Boxing is really hard. It's taxing. You're moving on your knees. Like, I think there's a decent chance that Mike Tyson just gets injured and this fight gets called, like during the fight, like he throws a right hand and his shoulder pops out or something like that. So he has to do it in the preparation. I don't know if he's training like he's training for a title fight, because I don't even know if he's physically capable of training that hard right now, but he has to at least get himself, in better shape than he was previously, as well as he can. And he knows that. So unless Jake has literally told him, "Hey dude, this is a sparring match. Like, we're going to tell everybody we're going to knock each other's heads off and then we're going to dance around each other and collect a check," which would suck. In the fight, I think Mike's going to take his head off at first and then get really tired. If I had to guess, I think that's what's going to happen. Unless Jake hits him really hard early.
If he's trying to win, that's the strategy, right? Is to try to bomb him early while you have the stamina to do that.
Either that, or he's figured out something where he just plays really hard defense at the beginning and it doesn't wear himself out, and then he tries later on, like some guys do that. But a guy like Mike,
or whatever, I don't. Yeah.
A guy like Mike, I think unless they have an agreement, like there is a good chance they have an agreement. If they don't have an agreement, I think Mike's competitive juices might turn on right from the beginning, and he goes out there and tries to kill him for like 30 seconds, but there's so many variables in this. This can look a million different ways. It shouldn't happen. I feel gross. I'm going to watch it. And it's just because it's a sideshow, and I like a sideshow.
Also funny that the majority of human beings, it seems like, regardless of whether they care about boxing, everybody's rooting for Tyson, right? That's part of the thing. Everybody wants to see Jake Paul get knocked out.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting. Like, I don't we've talked about this before. You really like boxing. I don't particularly find boxing engaging. I understand
I love boxing.
I understand it's very difficult, the sweet science and all of this. It just, once I've seen MMA and you can kick a dude, it's hard for me for boxing. So I'm not.
I struggle sometimes with the undercard in boxing. I like spectacles. So like, I like watching, this guy's the best in the world. I want to see how he does it. You know what I mean? I don't watch random ESPN boxing that I don't know the guys who are fighting, but I do really enjoy boxing when I watch it.
Now, also, this next thing happens on Saturday, and I know you hate being on the record where you may look a fool, but
it's tough.
Your boy, Mr. Jonathan Bonus Jonas.
My boy in certain ways, yes. I love watching him fight.
No. Certified. Rubber stamped every action John Jones has ever taken.
I'm behind it.
Conor
McGregor too.
Adamant defender.
Yeah.
Of John Jones is fighting Stipe Miocic for the UFC heavyweight title in what I believe John Jones has said is his retirement fight, or at least that's some leverage he's trying to use for whatever reason.
He really doesn't want to fight the current interim UFC heavyweight champion, Tom Aspinall, who is very good. And I don't blame Jones for not wanting to fight him at this point in his career. But he's also said that he might want to fight Alex Pereira, which is terrifying. So
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Alex Pereira is not a dude I would ever want to fight.
No,
he's he's a madman. I know
might,
people who don't care about MMA or whatever are maybe tuning out right now. I'm just interested because this is
Alex Pereira might be the scariest guy in the world.
This is a fight that's got my me back interested because I still watch MMA if it's like if there's a fight card that's on ESPN Plus that I can watch for free, or like once they make the pay-per-view available for me to watch for as part of my subscription, I'll do that. But this is one I'll go to the theater to see John Jones fight Stipe. That's how big this fight is for me.
It's the greatest light heavyweight in the history of the UFC by a mile. The greatest light heavyweight in the history of MMA, maybe the greatest fighter in the history of MMA, John Jones, versus what a lot of people call the greatest heavyweight in the history of the UFC, which it's definitely not crazy to say that. In terms of like overall, it might be Cain Velasquez, but he didn't have the longevity of Stipe. Stipe defended the title more often than anybody, and he defended against killers. He beat up Overeem. He knocked out Overeem. He knocked out Fabricio Verdum, just a killer. Yeah. And he seems like a good guy too. He's a fucking firefighter.
Seems like a cool dude. Seems like the perfect foil for John Jones. Like as far as if you were staging it in a heel babyface kind of way, like Stipe's only ever been a babyface. Seems like a cool dude.
He's an everyman. He's kind of a marble mouth. He doesn't care about the spotlight. He just works hard. He's a good guy. He has fun.
Right. Versus the crazy, versus the guy that should be the babyface. Like John Jones is the greatest that I've ever seen.
He's the greatest. He's just a villain.
Right. Like he's a bad guy. Right. Yeah. And is kind of a psycho. Like is not a good person, and also as a fighter is not a guy who endears himself based on the things that he does aside from being great at fighting.
Yeah, you know? and he's so good at fighting that that a lot of people don't pay attention to the other stuff that he's done, right. Including DUIs, domestic violence, a lot of stuff, steroids. But I don't know what's going to happen. I think on paper, I think Jones wins. He's younger. He's fought more recently. He has more tools. Stipe can wrestle, but Jones is a better wrestler, in my opinion. Stipe has the power. Stipe hits hard. He knocked out Daniel Cormier twice.
Yeah. I'm interested to see Jones off this injury because he tore his pec.
No, it was his shoulder
or his shoulder. Yeah, and
no, it might have been his pec. Hold on.
I've always had a theory that like no matter how good a guy is, like whenever they're coming off of a injury and they're coming into a giant fight, that's a huge disadvantage. And I know I'm not splitting the atom here, but like when Cain got knocked out versus
it was his pec
versus Dos Santos, he's coming off a long layoff and he hasn't had a guy to fight, and that's getting punched in sparring is different than getting punched in real life. And Stipe hits hard, and Stipe has good defense, and Stipe has great boxing, and so I think it's a really good matchup.
Stipe hasn't fought since he got knocked out cold by Francis Ngannou 3 years ago.
Right. That's the other thing is Stipe hasn't fought anybody either. So it's interesting. I don't know. I think Jones probably wins. I would be stoked if Stipe won. That would be so cool. And of course there is the thing about like a guy that's never been beat. You want to be there whenever you watch him get beat. That's part of the allure of
Jones is like a 7-1 favorite. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just interesting. And it's interesting that this is the first card or the first big main event that the UFC's put on in a while that has my interest perked all the way up.
This is the unfortunate way. An unfortunate thing about how I watch sports. I'm rooting for John Jones.
Well, you root for greatness.
I love Stipe Miocic. I think, you know, in a just world, Stipe Miocic knocks out John Jones and is the first guy to beat him because he's never lost. I mean, he has a loss on his record, but it was BS. It was a disqualification. And I don't know if it was BS, but it wasn't a real loss. And all that, but to have a guy to be able, like, we will be able to tell our grandkids, like, we saw that guy who went 30-0 and never lost, and in some of the most dangerous in the most dangerous weight classes in the UFC, and he was a psychopath who kept getting in his own way, had titles ripped from him and went back and got him again, and he's one of the best coached fighters ever. Like, it's just such a better story if John Jones retires undefeated. Like, I don't know if there's anybody who I would root against John Jones, even though he's a scumbag, just because to be able to have that story, you know? You're muted. Something happened. I can't hear you.
Oh, I was muted. Sorry.
You're back.
So do you think it's Jones?
Yeah, I think it's Jones. I would be shocked to see John Jones get knocked out or something. Sure. It would be a shocking thing to see because we've never seen it before. We've never seen him knocked down before. But I think there's a good chance if Stipe hurts him on the feet and doesn't knock him out, Jones just takes him down. And he showed in the Cyril Gane fight that he's been working on certain things, but Cyril Gane can't wrestle like Stipe can, so that's going to be very interesting. But I think it's Jones. Wouldn't be shocked if it was Stipe, but I think it's Jones.
And do you think he retires?
I think he retires in the cage, but I think there's a chance that he might entertain something else, but I don't blame him if he hangs it up afterwards.
So do you think Tom Aspinall could beat him?
Yes. I don't think Tom Aspinall is better than him. I just think Tom Aspinall is younger and faster than him. And a Prime Jones, if they were the same size, because Prime Jones was in the 205 weight class, I don't know if anybody beats that guy, anybody that's ever existed. But Tom Aspinall could definitely be, like, the odds would be pretty close if that fight happened. Whereas with Stipe, Jones is a 6 to 7 to 1 favorite. So
that's interesting. All right. Well, we will check back. We will check back next week.
Yeah. See how much crow I have to eat. Real quick, Dusty.
Yeah.
You've known me for a while, right?
I have. One could say that.
How tall do you think I am?
Oh. That's interesting. I don't.
Yep. I know. Watch your mouth.
5'11"?
Oh, thank God. Thank you. My Mary and I have been and she's just trying to bug me.
Sure.
She's just she doesn't even believe what she's saying. She's just trying to annoy me.
You have to believe that, sure.
I am 5'10". I've been 5'10" every time I've been measured except for once. I was at a doctor's office. They said 5'9". I said no. They said 5'9". I was like, no. I slouch. So they're like, all right, stand up straight. Stood up straight, 5'10". Sure. So I just wanted that on the record because she posted a TikTok where she was badgering me. I didn't know she was filming me. She asked my permission before she posted it, for the record. She doesn't do that. But she was like, she cut out a part because her mom follows her on TikTok where she was like I was like, I'm 5'10". She's like, I don't know, because I'm 5'6", and when I wear heels and I stand next to you, we're pretty tall. We're pretty close together. And I said, that's because you wear big fucking hooker heels. That's not my problem. She doesn't, for the record.
Sure.
But
that's
I just want to get that out of the way.
Okay. Nice.
I've got one thing. Do you have more?
I have a thing, but you go ahead if you.
Oh, by the way, Michael Chandler is fighting Charles Oliveira, and that fight's going to be dope.
Oh yeah, that should be fun
on that card.
All right, you want to do the trivia games and get on out of here?
We'll start with the dozen. We're getting 9 out of 9 on the dozen today.
Look, there's a special feeling in the air.
Yeah.
You know.
This is Dozen Daily Trivia. It's 9 questions. The first 3 are about sports. Looking at the sports that are on this, we're not getting 9 out of 9 today, but we'll see how it goes. The rest of them are about general American culture. NFL. By the way, there's a chain restaurants on here. We've done really bad at chain restaurants.
Well, dude, it's always
some horse shit.
Yeah.
Like Bojangles and shit.
Yeah, what's the regional train between Milwaukee and Detroit that sells whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
stupid.
that. Yeah.
NFL. Undrafted out of Hofstra, this wide receiver spent his entire NFL career with the Jets from 1995 to 2005 and totaled over 7,300 receiving yards.
Terrible news for you, Andrew.
You have no idea?
We will not be going 9 out of 9 today. Okay. I don't know who that is.
Steve Smith.
All right. Why wouldn't he? You know?
Senior.
Yeah. Definitely senior.
Not him. Fuck!
100%.
I was sure.
Yeah.
NBA. After a decade in Washington, the Wizards traded John Wall to this Western Conference team in 2020. Is this the Wizards? But no, that's Washington.
Yep, that's Washington.
Yeah.
Well,
who did he end up on? The Kings, the Suns, the Timberwolves? I should know this.
The Trailblazers.
It could be the Trailblazers.
Clippers.
Not the it could be the Clippers.
The Spurs.
I don't think it was the Spurs.
The Rockets play in the Western Conference. I
don't think it's the Rockets.
Is it the Clippers? For some reason, I'm feeling the Clippers.
I'll go Clippers. I don't think it's the Clippers, but I don't have a better guess. It's not the Clippers.
Not the Clippers.
Fucking moron.
Yep.
College football. Kyler Murray played his freshman year at this SEC school in 2015 before transferring to Oklahoma and winning the Heisman.
Florida's in the SEC.
Auburn.
Auburn is a good guess. That's about it for me. LSU is in the SEC.
You want to go Auburn or Florida, dude?
Let's go Auburn. Let's make it your fault this time.
No, damn it. Fuck. I was so sure. History. In 2005, this politician became the first woman to serve as Chancellor of Germany and held the role until 2021. What is her name?
That's Angela Merkel, isn't it?
There it is. Look at us.
Look at it. So smart. You know where I learned that? A book.
A book. A graphic novel.
That's what I call all books.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, do you have any... Where are all your non-fiction graphic novels?
That's Charlie Sheen and Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, I think that's definitely Garfield, forehead, and hair. And that... Who could not forget old Tiger Blood himself? Man, remember that summer? Charlie Sheen was winning. That's
winning, dude.
Whole thing.
It took over the world. Simpler times. Chain restaurants. Founded in 1982, this chain of Tex-Mex restaurants is known for its wide selection of fajitas, margaritas, and tableside fresh guacamole prep known as Guacamole Live.
Did you ever see Guacamole Live? No, only on... I only saw him on Live Aid in 88.
I saw it on Tubi.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I never saw the original members of Guacamole Live. Only once they found that guy in the singing contest.
Texas Roadhouse isn't Tex-Mex.
No.
Mex. Chevy's Fresh Mex. Let's try that one.
Yeah.
No.
Chevy serves guacamole on tape.
On Friends, Jennifer Aniston's character Rachel had 2 sisters. Amy, played by Christina Applegate, and Jill, played by this actress. No idea.
Oh, fuck.
Can you tell me, do you have the girl in your head, but you don't know her name?
No. Is it... Fuck. Reese Witherspoon?
Claire Danes. It is Reese Witherspoon. Look at you, dude. Look at you.
Oh, man, that was in the back. That was... No, I don't remember the main event of SummerSlam 95. I'm just kidding, I do. It's Diesel versus Mabel. course I did.
Movies. Ryan Gosling played a campaign manager for a presidential candidate played by George Clooney in this 2011 political drama.
Oh, that's the Ides of March. Cool poster for the Ides of March.
I would have only gotten the mashup. I might have gotten Merkel because I knew that one.
It might have came around.
Emmanuel Macron went straight into my head and would not leave. Since 2018, this country music duo has topped the charts with multiple hits, including Speechless, 10,000 Hours, Tequila, and Glad You Exist.
You know, I don't know.
Duo.
Big and Rich.
I don't think it's that.
It's not Big and Rich.
What is the Crazy Town? No, it's not Crazy Town. It's something Town, Little Big Town.
Okay, sure.
But it's not them. No, I'm not double dipping.
I don't know shit about shit.
Music, Dan and Shay would have never gotten that one. Chain restaurants, On the Border is
great.
a chain restaurant. College football, Texas A&M.
Yep.
NBA, Houston Rockets, which you mentioned.
Yeah, but only because they play in the West. So.
And Wayne Trebbit. God damn it.
No, Wayne.
Wayne
Sherbet.
Wayne Trebbit.
I never threw to him in Madden, so I don't know his name.
You want to do movie to movie?
Yeah. Funny thing about Dan and Shay, now that I remember, that Tequila song, there was a girl that I had been talking to online once, and she said that was her favorite song at the moment. And I think that was one of my top 10. I was like, no, I don't think so. She sent it to me, and I was like, I don't like this. And I don't, if it's important to you, that might be an issue. So
I'm being sent. I just received 5 text messages by a guy having an IT issue in my radio station. And he had the dumbest issue. He tried to call me. He tried to FaceTime me. He's saying that his password wouldn't work on one thing, but it'll work on the other thing, which means very clearly he's doing something wrong.
Right.
And our email is shemogulmedia.com. And his thing says shemogulmediamedia.com. That's what he's trying to put in.
Okay. I think you might have found the problem.
Yeah. Becoming Jane to Lee. Do you know?
Well, I'm going to need to know who's in Lee.
In Lee, we've got Kate Winslet. We got Sandberg. We got Alexander Skarsgård, Marion Cotillard, Andrea Riseborough, Naomi, Josh Connor, James Murray.
I've seen enough. Take me to Becoming Jane.
So we've got Anne Hathaway, James McAvoy, Julie Waters, James Cromwell, Maggie Smith, Joe Anderson. All right, Maggie Smith is in Hook. Let's see if we can get from Hook to Kate Winslet. Can we get from Hook to Kate Winslet? That'd be pretty dope.
We might be able to get there, yeah. So you gotta go.
We
Maggie
don't have
Smith.
to go that route.
No, let's do it. I like it. I like a challenge, and we always go the way that I want. You know what? Let's take your way home.
Is in Hook.
Yep.
And we've got Robbie Williams in Hook. Yeah. But we've also got Hoffman.
Yeah.
And who are we trying to get to? Like Winslet.
Probably Winslet, yeah. Actually, that might not be so hard. Julia Roberts was in Ocean's 8 for like a second, I think. Oh no, is she not in Ocean's 8? Fuck.
No. She's in 11 and 12.
Okay. Well, the easy thing to do is to go Ocean's 11. We go to Damon. I get to say it. We go to the fucking Departed.
Have you seen The Departed?
I've seen it. We get to Leo.
Oh, that's DiCaprio.
Yeah, and then we go
Titanic. And that's Katie Winslet, who's in Lee. Look at us, 5.
Look at that. We nailed it.
The shortest one is Anne Hathaway was in The Dark Knight Rises with Marion Cotillard.
Oh, yeah. The worst death scene in history. Did you ever watch The Dark Knight Rises?
I did. I don't remember much about it. I just remember I did not like it. Let's do Movie Grid.
Marion Cotillard is the secret daughter of Ra's al Ghul, and she gets stabbed, and then she's telling her plan to Batman, and she's like, the fire has started. that. She just dies, and it's hilarious. Completely takes you out of the moment of this big third act thing that you're supposed to care about.
All right, so we've got the movie grid here.
All
We've got on the left, so it's a grid of 9 squares. There's categories on the left, categories on the top, and you got to find the square. You got to fill in the squares with things that match both categories. So like the side is Mark Wahlberg, Tyrese Gibson, and Steve Buscemi, and the top is directed by Michael Bay, number and title, and release date between 2000 and 2009.
Oh, okay. Let's hit up all. Actually, let's do Tyrese. I believe Tyrese was in the Transformers, directed by Michael Bay. Just old straight up Transformers 1.
Is there
or
Transformers the movie?
Maybe it's just Transformers. There you go.
61%. So we want the low percentage, but we're knocking things off. Yeah. Okay. Steve Buscemi's in a Michael Bay movie?
Yeah, he's in Armageddon.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can lay away just to hear and breathe in. Do you want me to pick Armageddon?
Yeah, that's the only one that I know he's in for Michael Bay. So
85% on that one. But,
what are you going to do? Tyrese is in a movie called Four Brothers. That's Four.
I wonder if that counts. It's got to count.
It's got a number in the title.
Isn't Marky Mark in the Four Brothers as well?
Marky Mark is in Four Brothers, yeah. As is Andre 3000.
6%. Hell yeah, dude.
Look at that. 2000 to 2009 for old Tyrese Gibson. I'm gonna say let's go Baby Boy.
%, Baby Boy. Hell yeah, dude.
Snoop Dogg? That is Snoop Dogg, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Steve Buscemi, was Mr. Deeds post 2000?
Yes.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Deedsy, I thought we were watching Scooby-Doo. Hell yeah, dude. 29%, I'll take it.
Okay.
Steve Buscemi, number and title.
Okay. That's probably...
Seeing a sequel?
I'm sure that he is, but I don't know offhand.
What's Buscemi in? He's in Mr. Deeds.
Yeah. Is he in the Grown Ups movies at all? Is this a thing that you would know?
It's not something. I mean, I saw Grown Ups 1 in the theater, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Well, Mark Wahlberg, number and title. What's it? Ted 2.
Ted 2. Let's do it.
Wait, real quick. Michael Bay didn't direct Ted, right?
No.
Okay.
Luckily.
That would have been wild.
Yeah.
Ted 2, we did it.
Yeah.
All right.
What did we get
46%.
for Ted 2? Okay.
Release date 2000-2009. Mark Wahlberg. Have you seen I Heart Huckabees? That's probably in the 90s, though.
No, I Heart Huckabees is in the 2000s. Let's go with Huckabees, yeah. I forgot he was in it, so hopefully it's a low score.
9.
Okay. We'll take 9. Ooh, the Mark Wahlberg, Michael Bay movie is Pain and Gain, I believe, with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
He plays Pain.
Yeah.
44%. Look at us. We got 1. We might be able to do it this time. Steve Buscemi, number and title, dog.
Fuck, man.
He was in... wasn't he in... it doesn't have a number in the title. Wasn't he in that Tarantino movie? Reservoir Dogs?
He was in Reservoir Dogs. Well, he's in Pulp Fiction. He's
Pulp Fiction 2?
Doesn't. Yeah. But Pulp Fiction 2, we're back. Shit, man. I might not have it.
Steve Buscemi. Nope. I was gonna ask if he was. That's John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Ice Age.
Yeah, that's not.
I get it. I mean, if we don't have one, we try Grown Ups too.
Right. Let me see Buscemi's face. Click on old Buscemi, on old Stevie.
Let's see what he looks like.
Yeah, let me see what we're doing here.
Just clicking on him do anything?
It usually brings up their face. There he is.
Look at that guy.
Yeah, man, let's try Grown Ups too. I don't have anything else.
I'm trying to think. Was he in something that he was like in a bunch of makeup? They made him up look fucking weird.
No, I mean, how do you out weird Steve Buscemi like
I could do
already?
it.
You know,
I could do it.
I'm trying to. He's got to be in like a big budget movie that has sequels.
He's not in like Knives Out 2, is he?
No, that would be. See, that's a good example. But
I knew there were a bunch of people in that movie, so
yeah, I don't got it.
There wasn't a Mr. Deeds 2. There wasn't an Armageddon 2.
Is he in the Ridiculous Six?
I think that's a good guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I never watched it, so.
What's more? I think there's. I feel like on a feeling. I feel like there's more of a chance he's in Ridiculous 6 than Grown Ups 2.
That's my feeling as well. Yeah.
Is he in like? He's not in like 2012.
No, that's not
Cradle
him.
to the Grave.
No. 2012's Woody Harrelson playing as Steve Buscemi. You know? Con Air, no number in the title for Con Air. Like he's not in. Unfortunately, he's not in National Treasure 2: Book of Secrets.
He should be.
Yeah,
he should definitely.
He should have been the president.
Are there any Happy Gilmore? I mean, are there any Happy Madison sequels? He wasn't in Joe Dirt 2. That's not Happy Madison. Let's go Ridiculous 6.
Yeah, that's the best.
I don't feel good about it, but I feel better. Yes!
Oh!
We did it!
From downtown!
We did it! Attaboy, dude.
In a season so improbable. The
Top 14% of players. Go fuck yourselves. They probably had 3 people helping.
Yeah. Oh, he was in Grown Ups too. Look at that.
He was, so we were good either way.
But that was the most popular answer. Get out of here.
Too Fast, Too Furious, most popular for Tyrese.
Yeah.
In the 2009, all those. The Departed, most popular for release date 2009 for Marky Mark. Pain and Gain is the most popular for Michael Bay and Mark Wahlberg.
Well, that might be the only one.
It's only 44%. So there's one more. And then Transformers, most popular Tyrese situation.
Gibson.
Yeah. And then let me see.
Well, do they count wrong answers as part of the percentage?
It probably wouldn't count it's the correct answers.
Okay.
And then so we've got Transformers, the rarest correct answer. One of the Transformers movies.
I think it's The Last Night. I didn't know if Michael Bay directed that one or not because I knew Mark Wahlberg was in it, but
yeah.
Mile
22, number and title, least common. Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, We Own the Night.
2000 to 2009. Okay,
not a bad movie.
We got 9% on that one, and it still wasn't. A different Transformers movie
for Tyrese.
And then the same Mark Wahlberg Transformers movie as the rarest answer for
Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi. Okay. So he's in that Transformers movie. I don't know what this is. Buscemi's number and title. They really need to let me make this bigger. Right. I'm going to complain about this every week.
Oh, there you go. It's a little bigger. I don't know what that movie is.
It's called Symbiocytotaxoplasm. Take 2.5. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. And Handsome Harry.
Handsome Harry. Yeah. And Flight of the Phoenix is the rarest. Tyrese. Yeah. 2000 to 2009.
And Ride Along 2.
Ride Along 2 for Tyrese. Yeah.
Well, I feel pretty good. Top 14% ain't nothing to squint at,
listen, we're fucking killers, dude.
Yeah.
We're the best. We're the best that ever did it. All those other guys cheated. Good amount of them might have cheated.
It's entirely possible. We are we don't take PEDs. We're a natty. We're a queen
there's no
and natty.
picograms in this shit.
Yeah, we're a queen and natty trivia podcast
Outfit.
Yeah, sometimes after I've done the movie grid on my own, I'll try to clear it, or like I'll go do it again and I'll look up IMDb movies just to see what they're like, if I can get a rare answer out of it just for fun. But I always try to go natty first.
No, yeah, we did it. I think you would have done pretty well, because the one that I got Our Heart Huckabees, which you probably would have been able to think of a different Mark Wahlberg movie.
He's in so many shitball movies
in 2000 to 2009.
Yeah,
and then I got Mr. Deeds, which you would have had to find a Buscemi movie between 2000 and 2009, which you would have been able to do. Ted 2, number and title for Mark Wahlberg. You probably would have found something there.
Well, sometimes you just got to punt. I probably would have done Three Kings. But like, it's a collaborative effort here, and I'm not upset at top 14%. We probably would have ended up in the same spot pretty much. So.
Yeah, I would have been screwed. So,
but
anyway,
thank you to everybody who listens. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for watching on YouTube. However you interact, we thank you truly and genuinely so very, very much. We'll be back again next week, because this podcast ain't ever stopping. We don't go clubbing, but we still ain't stopping.
Hey, can you do me a favor and hide your dress next time?
I will not.